We need to recognize that we are the Jesus that other people see, and in some cases may be the only Jesus they see. Let's live truly as followers of Jesus Christ, Christ in us, Christ through us. And that in itself is the most attractive way to bring people to the gospel. One of the things that I've noticed is that churches which are actively serving their community, whether it's through food bank programs or through clothing programs or through Adopt-A-Block programs or through other social justice issues, have earned credibility in their community, which has made evangelism a whole lot easier.
Here at Church on the Move, we want to be God's hand extended, and we want to be the ones that are out there meeting the needs. Many people have heard this, but in a small rural community, you don't pastor a church, you pastor a community. So it doesn't matter where they're from, what they're doing, broke down, hurting, whatever. Doesn't matter who they belong to. They become part of our flock. Well, I've determined through the years to produce a church that's not a subculture. It doesn't just assemble to have service. We are a church that reaches out to everyone. We're indiscriminate on who we help. For us as a church to lead beyond our walls, we have to have people that will step up and step out and begin to get into the community. And around this rural community, and you come to Church on the Move, we believe that you can only be a sheep for a little while, and then you have to become a ranch hand.
Community is neighbors helping neighbors, about showing up and being there for people when they need you.
I think my take on the sheep and the ranch hands is God's given all of us a specific skill set, and the day is going to come where we have to stand before Him and explain to Him what we did with that skill set. And if you spend your entire life being a sheep and never doing any of the work, that day's probably not going to go well for you. And I don't want to be in that position.
Several years back, I recall when the economy went out from under us, propane was at an all-time high, and because of the cost of fuel and stove oil and such, the wood had a huge impact on our community. We take our logging equipment and we fall the timber, we skid the timber, we load it onto our truck, and we bring it to our wood yard, and we process that and take it to the elderly and many people in the community. God's taught me that if it's going to be a bear, it might as well be a grizzly, and that I approach everything with a big idea, because God has big ideas.
I was homeless, living in the woods, and one day this logging truck drove by, and it had Assembly of God planes on it, and I said, you know, I need to find that church. The way they've taken me in, it's like nothing I've ever had in my life before. It's home, and you never want to leave. being a ranch hand means for me. It's giving yourself to others so that you can be a blessing to them.
You have to understand that compassion is always inconvenient. I've never had it convenient when my phone to ring and go meet someone else's need. But that's what Jesus did. When we grabbed a hold of that, we began to understand that we could be true servants.
Christ was always pushing the church out of their comfort zone. If you're living in your comfort zone and you're doing what's convenient for you and what's comfortable for you, I challenge you that you're probably not following the Great Commission.
With the Lord, it's 24/7, and you just give and keep giving, and the more you give, the more you get, and it's awesome. You just want to keep working and working and working, and you never get tired.
Hundreds of lives every month are touched in some way by God and by God's hand extended through this body. And if this body were to suddenly not be a part of this community, I think it would have a serious detrimental effect. God is a major force in this community, and He uses this church to do that, and we're just happy to be along for the ride.
If that church wasn't there, people on Tuesdays may not have a place to come and gather and have a hot meal.
Yeah, it's only you and me against the ones who so ungracefully evade.
A place where they can shop, get some new clothes to them.
Close and put your arm around her shoulder, cover the collar.
If the church wasn't involved in this community, it would be chaos. We wouldn't have a food bank, we wouldn't have a soup kitchen. There's a whole lot of elderly women that can't afford firewood that we supply it for, that they'd go cold. A lot of people that would be left out.
Vision is the blueprint of success. If we do not have vision in the church, if we don't have that in our mindset, if there's no vision being cast, the community and the people perish. I'm a very small part of this operation, and those that step up and deliver truly become ranch hands.